Now let's study about geometric mean. So geometric mean is defined as the nth root of the product of n items or values. If there are two items, we take the square root of that particular product of that observations. If there are three items, we take the cube root of that product of the observations, and so on. So if we have n items, then yeah, usually geometric mean is denoted by GM. So nth root of the product of all the items that are given. Now what are the items over here? X1, X2, X3, etc., Xn. So you take the product of all these items and you find the nth root. Okay. Now here the task of multiplying the numbers and of extracting the root becomes very difficult. So in order to simplify the calculation, logarithmics are used. So I'm going to apply log to both the sides, so that I get log gm is equal to log x1 plus log x2 plus etc. log xn divided by capital N, which is equal to summation log x divided by capital N. Now we have to find out what geometric mean. So geometric mean is equal to what? Anti-log of summation log x by n. So in a discrete scenario, when the frequencies are given, the formula will be f into log of that particular observation. Then you find out the sum of all the observations and divided by capital N, and then you find out the anti-log of a particular value that you get by doing this calculation. Then if it is a continuous scenario, then geometric mean is equal to anti-log of sum of f into log m divided by capital N. Now there are some properties of geometric distribution. So here right now I'm only giving one property. The product of the value of the series will remain unchanged when the value of the geometric mean is substituted for each individual. For example, these are the values given in your series, that is 2, 4 and 8, and you find out the geometric mean as 4. If you substitute this value, if you multiply this series, you will get 64, right? And if you substitute the value for each observation with your geometric means, that is, instead of 2 you substitute it with 4, instead of 4 you substitute it's again 4, instead of 8 you substituted 4, you will get the product as 64. So that means the product of the series and the product of what the values that is substituted for the series, in the place of the series, if you substitute with your geometric mean, that product, both the products are the same. Now you can we will move on to the calculation of geometric mean. When individual observations are considered, first you have to take the logarithms of all the variables or the observations that is given under x, and then you have to obtain the sum divided by capital N, and then you find out the antilog, you will get the geometric mean. Now the illustration is given over here. You have your x values. Now you take the log of each x value. So in this case it is the daily income of 10 families living in a particular place are given over here, and then what you have to do is you add all this up, you will get 17.6373. then you divide it by capital N. N is what over here? N is 10. Then you get 1.7 something, and then you find the antilog, then you will get the value as 58.03. that is your geometric mean. Now in the discrete scenario, you will get f over here, the frequencies, so you just multiply that with your log x, and you can put back that into your formula. So some of the steps are given over here. Just take a look at the steps. Okay, now we'll move on to the continuous series. In a continuous series, we will be provided with classes, so you will have to find out what your m, and then you will have to take the log of the midpoint and multiply it with the corresponding frequencies. Find the sum divided by capital N, and then take the antilog. Now an example is given over here. The marks and the frequency is given, corresponding frequency. So first you have to find out what the midpoint. So I just found out the midpoint. I took the log, I multiplied it with the frequency, that is the second and the third third and the fourth column is multiplied, and that is what you get over here, that's f into log n. Take the sum, then you know what is your n, it is 109. Put it back into the formula, find the anti-log, and then you will get the answer as 18.14. I hope you understood this formula and also the problems related to geometric mean. Thank you.